Hi everyone, welcome back to World Class Inventors. This is video number 23 in this series, and today we're going to be focusing in on how to obtain a customer number. We want to become a registered filer with the USPTO. Now, in the prior videos, the prior last two videos, I introduced you to the MyUSPTO website where you could go on and file a provisional patent application as a non-registered filer. And then I brought you on my particular account and I explained the difference and I showed you that I was a registered filer. Now, being a registered filer does a couple of different things. It's part of the USPTO's ES web system and the private pair system where you can interact directly through your MyUSPTO account with the PTO. And it is most helpful if you file a non-provisional patent application where there's going to be office actions and trademark applications where there's going to be office actions. You'll be able to see what the USPTO is responding back to you, and you can respond back to them accordingly. You didn't need to become a registered filer to do a provisional because there is nothing involved on your end, or their end either, for that matter. All as you were doing was uploading a document and a couple of separate forms, and you are establishing a priority date in which to go off of if you have decided in the future to file a non-provisional patent application. This registered customer number is a two-step verification process, but what it does is it ties your USPTO account to you. And then there's a separate form that must be filed that actually ties the files back to you and to your MyUSPTO portal. All in all, there are 3 separate forms that have to be filled out. 2 of them can be faxed. However, each form has to go to a different fax number because it goes to a different department. And the 3rd form has to be filled out. It has to be notarized and it has to be mailed. It can't be faxed. It has to be mailed to the Commissioner of Patents and Trademarks. So what appears on the surface to be a very simple process, it's really not. And that's why I decided to do this video on how to obtain a registered number. So in order to do this effectively, we're going to go once again on the USPTO's website. I'm going to show you where these forms can be found, where they can be downloaded, how to fill them out, and how to send them off. Okay, I'll see you on the USPTO's website in just a moment. Thanks a lot. So we're back on the internet again. And as I instructed you before, the best way to get to the USPTO's front page is to type in uspto.gov. That's the best way to get here, and this is where we want to go. Now the familiar page with the lady with the red hard hat, and we want to hit patents. When we do, this box still pops up. We don't want this box. We want the apply for patent box. We want to come down here to forms. And we're fortunate in the sense that all 3 forms are going to be found on this page. It's how to fill them out and in what order to send them in that's important. So this is in alphabetical order. And the very first thing we want is request for customer number. And you're going to find that under customer number. So this is the first form, and this kicks off the entire process. You must fill out this form first. So let's click on it. And that is the SB 125A. It's very simple to fill out, and we're going to do it right here. First thing we do is we check off this box. This enables the PTO to send you your customer number vis-a-vis email. They're going to send you a hard copy anyway, but that follows weeks later. So if you feel your internet is secure, check off this box. I did, and I got an email customer number and a hard copy that followed. It enabled me to start the process sooner. So your name goes here, your address, your city, your state, your zip, your country, your telephone, and your email. Okay? Disregard this. These are for you to allow other practitioners, other individuals with a 6-digit customer number to have access or to be able to piggyback off of yours. You're not going to be doing that for right now. You would have to check off this box and type in a 6-digit customer number here, but you're not going to. So disregard this. So we're filled out up here. We know we're getting it by email, and we're also going to get a hard copy. Put in your name. Sign it however you're going to sign it. I signed mine in cursive, and then I re-uploaded it. Again, this is the name of the person who is under the signature. You're not going to fill out this box. I'm sorry. You're going to sign it, and you're going to put your name here. Disregard this box. I was wrong by telling you that. You don't have a registration number, but you do have a date of the form, and you have a telephone number. I'm going to bring you to the second page. This is a supplemental sheet of other people you can attach to your customer number. Disregard this sheet, and you're only going to be faxing this one sheet, okay? And again, this is who you are, and you don't need to put firm name if applicable, just your name and your signature. But you did put it up here. See, it says firm or individual name. So, of course, you're an individual, so you click that. Again, down here, it says firm name only if applicable, and that's a no. So I beat that dead horse to death. That's how to file that one. Now, in order to get the ball rolling, the best way to do this is to fax this. And I'll put this in the description below, but I'm going to read it off to you. The fax number that works for this particular department right now is 571-273-0177. So I'm going to type that in right here. USPTO fax number. And that is 571-273-0177. So that's just there for your own edification. So now we know where to fax this. Okay, this form's complete. So now we scroll down and we come to Patent Electronic Verification Form, the PTO 2042A form. Now watch what happens with this. Move the sheet away. And I have my second sheet. I have all my sheets that I filled out. That's why I'm scurrying around. You're going to file this as a pro se inventor. You're representing yourself at the moment. You're not going to have any other customer numbers here, so you don't fill out anything here. So the customer number is a 6-digit number. So when you finally get your customer number back, which will be in a couple weeks, and you get it via email, now you can fill out this sheet. Okay? So the customer number goes like this. It's 6 digits. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You'll put your customer number in here. Fill out your name, your middle name, your last name, your address, city, state, zip, country. You're going to fill in your phone number here, best phone number. Click off whichever one it is. I did my cell phone. And put in your email. You don't do anything with this box. You don't fill out any of this. It has nothing to do with what we're doing. However, very important, you're going to put in your signature and you're going to put in the date. Okay? So you're going to sign this. I downloaded the form and I signed it cursive. Notice how it won't even let me put in the X's here. This is page 2, and that's what you're going to take this entire form to a notary, and you're going to get notarized. This form gets mailed only to this address. Okay? It cannot be faxed. You need to sign it here, and the notary signs it and seals it here. Okay, so that's form number 2. We're going to scroll down, and this would be a very difficult aspect of this application for the registration number, and it's not that obvious, and that's why I'm doing this tutorial, because this took me on a fool's errand and a long time to figure it out. Several calls to the electronic patent office in order to help me. So you want to go down here to patent power of attorney, and you actually need to fill out this one, the AIA 122. And watch how this form works. Before you could file this form, and this form can be faxed, and I'll give you the fax number when we get to it, is you need your patent application number here. Okay? And that's an 8-digit number. You need to fill in your filing date, whatever that was, the name of the first inventor, which is you, and nothing else. Now you need to put in your customer number. You see how the customer number form, and that was filled out first, kicks off this particular, whatever you want to call it, process. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You don't click off firm or individual name. At least because you don't click this off because you have this. This number now is going to be associated. They already have your address. This is a redundancy, but you don't do this because you're going to fill out this area. And then you're going to sign that you're the applicant. You're not the attorney of record. You're not registered, so you don't fill any of that out. Put in your signature, printed name, the date, the telephone. And right here, I put in 1 and 1. There's only one form submitted, okay? You don't need this back page. That's superfluous. Now, just so you have it, I'm going to go right here, or right here, actually, it's neater. And I am going to type in for you, it's fax number, sorry. I got these fax numbers from the electronic division, and I spoke to a gentleman, and I got them as recently as for today's video. There are two different numbers. This one is 571-273-8300. This form is going to go to a different department than the first form that we filled out to fax to get your registration number. So you can't send them to the same department. It'll screw things up. Just keep in mind that the application number for your provisional has to be here and your filing date. So in other words, you have to file your provisional patent application, get a application number back from the PTO. We know when you filed it, but they'll send you a form proper. When you get it, you insert it here. You insert your customer number here, like we said, and then you can fax this once you've signed it. Do not do anything in this box. I just put this number here so you would have it. Okay, this takes about a month. So that's why you would go and you would file your provisional patent application before you would do this, because let's just go back here real quick to this form. This form right here, if you notice, ties in your application number to you and to MyUSPTO. That's what this does. So this gets filed last, and once this form is filed, you'll be able to have correspondence with the USPTO office and see any office actions, whether you're filing a provisional patent application, a non-provisional patent application, or a trademark. There will be very little correspondence to nothing with your provisional other than your patent application number and your filing date. But you already know what that is. So that's why you file your provisional ahead of time, and that's why you end up filing for your registration number after the fact. At least that's how I reasoned it out. So I hope that straightens everything out for you. I'll see you in the next video. Have a great day, and God bless.